me a little bit about the India-Nepal relationship. I know you're running out of time, just a few minutes. The India-Nepal relationship has gone through lots of ups and downs. We know the ups. But the downs right now are around this map that the former Prime Minister, KP Oli, where parts of Indian territory, we all know that, Libya-Dhura and the whole Kalapani issue, a part of your map now. How do you resolve that?
It's a contested terrain, competing narratives are there, when do you go back to the British days, which map do you refer to, what exactly is the origin of the river Kali. So Nepal took a position based on some historical documents that Libya-Dhura and that Chutse Naksa, as we call it, that pointed map belongs to Nepal. India has not agreed. So let's settle it on the basis of documents, historical things. Has to be through negotiations, and let's not allow this to disrupt other aspects of this very rich, multifaceted dimensions. And India is doing that with China. You have a huge border dispute. You had a long-standing border dispute with Bangladesh, but that didn't keep the two countries from engaging constructively in other areas. So that particular dispute, let's settle it through negotiations, experts, historical record. Through the established mechanisms, foreign secretary to foreign secretary mechanisms. Let's get the map guys into the scene, and so there's a very healthy, very constructive way to resolve this, and not be too miffed about what a particular country chose to do at a particular time in history for whatever internal reasons.
Okay, so you think that it can be resolved if both put their minds in it?
We haven't even started the conversation.
That's right.
So Nepal took a position. There was unprecedented unanimity in Nepal's position.
Right.
India took a different view, and there's some discrepancy in how the pre-47, post-47 documents and records could be assessed and interpreted. And so let's sit and go through this. I think it can be resolved.
So you talked about the India-China relationship, particularly bitter right now because of Chinese troops amassed on the line of actual control. But it seems as if China, which is a good friend of Nepal's, and your Prime Minister, Mr. Prachand, has just returned from Beijing, and prior to that from India. But my question is about Chinese power plants or manufacturing power plants in Nepal. And the Indian government has said that India will not buy power from Nepal if it's manufactured by China.
So it's a bit of a bind for Nepal. A lot of these power projects. So Nepal has huge potential in hydropower.
Right. 80,000 megawatts, how much is it?
At least 40,000 commercially viable, theoretically going up to 80, even 100,000 megawatts of clean energy, which can do wonders to displace dirty sources of fuel in India and even Bangladesh. And so in an era of climate change, it's a shared global sort of public good and all that. A lot of our projects are actually funded by private capital. The state is only 1/3 now, 2/3 is private capital. And many of these biddings involve international competitive bidding. So the Chinese, for their efficiency, the cloud, their experience, they've tended to win many of these